Hello boys and girls, it's me again. You guys had a golden opportunity to write into the channel saying, hey everybody, Mitchell's a jackass, we don't like him, get rid of him, we don't want him on our show anymore. Well, you missed it, so here I am, and here we go. Today's featured presentation is a real life example of something called the law of averages. In this case, it pertains that when you have 7 billion people on the planet, some of them are going to say and do stupid things. The special treat here is that this stupid act was done on social media by a world-class athlete named Manny Pacquiao. You may know him. He does a little bit of boxing on international television for millions of dollars and beats the hell out of people. He kind of sort of went on an anti-homosexual rant when he posted a picture on Instagram. But first things first, let's get the background. Manny Pacquiao is Filipino, and the Philippines, by nature of a country, is Catholic. And as you can probably assume, Catholics by nature don't really have the warmest, fuzziest feelings towards homosexuals. Being the staunchest and most dedicated sect of Christianity, Catholicism adheres pretty closely to the parts of the Bible that say homosexuality is kind of a no-go. Manny Pacquiao posted a picture of him and his wife on Instagram. Perfectly acceptable behavior, don't have a problem with that. What lots of people do have a problem with is what he said in his description of the photo. He cited multiple Bible verses that say that homosexuals should be put to death for being homosexual. Now this is not one of those biblical interpretations where it can go 20 different ways. This is the part of the Bible that says, quite literally, that homosexuals should be killed for their homosexuality and that the people who commit this crime do not have blood on their hands. Now the quote is from Leviticus. I'm not sure what chapter it's from, but it's in there, I promise. Manny Pacquiao later goes on to compare humans to animals. More specifically, homosexual humans to animals. The problem with this is animals are decidedly below humans on the evolutionary, or if you don't want to go by that, the God-created scale of superiorness in our world. So if you call a human an animal, there is a gap there, and you are therefore calling them subhumans because animals are not the same as humans. Homosexuals, because they are people like everybody else, tend to have a problem with being compared to cats and dogs. It's generally not a good idea to call people cats and dogs when they're not animals. They're people. They just happen to be homosexuals. Now, I'm not bashing Manny Pacquiao for his opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to free speech. That's all hunky-dory. I think it's great. Now, when you say degrading stuff like that on the internet, people are going to have a very polarizing reaction. Mainly, they're going to polarize against you because a lot of people don't think that way anymore. They used to think like that. If there was a Twitter 300 years ago, you'd probably get like 50 million likes or something. The issue here is that you posted your very polarizing opinion, and frankly a very harsh one, over the internet for people to see. That's an issue. You can say it wherever you want to. You can say it in your house, say it in your bathroom, say it in your church, say it wherever, even in the boxing ring. I don't really care. When you start posting it all over the place, you make yourself look like a real ass. Pacquiao's thought process is really indefensible. Not all Catholics think this way anymore. Heck, Ireland legalized gay marriage last year. That's like the safe haven for Catholicism. That's like Notre Dame, you know, all that Catholic stuff is right there. And they legalized gay marriage. They're like, hey, you know what? It's 2015. We should change the way we think. Just a little bit. The bottom line is, you don't deserve to call homosexuals animals. You don't deserve to call people animals. You don't really get to call anybody animals. They're not animals. They walk on 2 legs, can speak English or whatever language they were born close to. They can do science, math, literature. They can tweet stuff. They can delete things off Twitter, Manny. Perhaps the most embarrassing part of all this is that Manny Pacquiao has a seat on the Filipino state legislature. He is an elected official for the country of the Philippines. Can you imagine the cluster storm, and I think you know what word I'm substituting storm for, that would occur if some senator from Arizona was like, hey, I think homosexuals are the same as animals. It would be an absolute shit show. People would lose their minds. I'm sure someone's head would literally explode. It would blow people away. That guy would get fired, whatever. He'd be gone, donezo. Look, at the end of the day, Manny Pacquiao could think whatever he wants to think, but he is a professional athlete and an international star in the boxing profession. He doesn't get to parade his stupid ideas all over the internet. He gets to have ideas, he gets to have stupid ideas, but he does not get to parade them around the internet. It's freedom of speech. There's also a freedom to get told that you're stupid and wrong. Can't call him stupid though. Yeah, I can. You're stupid. That is the point of my rants. Look, I get it. Words are just words. But at the end of the day, this thought process has to go away. We're past this point. Homosexuals aren't animals. Humans aren't animals. We fought this fight already. Adolf Hitler tried to do the same thing in Germany. He tried to dehumanize people and take away their values and attack them with language. And we're not going to fall for it. Manny Pacquiao made a stupid decision. It's over. It's done. He needs to apologize, not on Twitter, but in person. For a guy who has the cojones to stare down another grown man in a cage with 2 boxing gloves and fight him till he bleeds all over the carpet, he had a really fake-ass apology to everybody. And you know what? I think it's soft. Yeah, that's right, Manny Pacquiao. You're soft. You were wrong on Twitter, and guess what? You didn't say sorry enough. I'm not even sure sorry cuts it. You can't call people subhuman and relate them to cats and dogs and just say, yeah, I'm sorry. You don't just say, oh, I'm sorry, over the same medium you insulted millions of people over because of the same act that was insulting. It doesn't make sense. Go do it in person. You are man enough to call people subhumans and relate them to cats and dogs over your phone. You should not have to apologize with that same device. Go get in front of a TV camera, go get on a live audience, say, hey, you know what? I was stupid. Said something I shouldn't have said. We'll never say it again because it's just flat out wrong. And I apologize to everyone who I may have offended. Because he is literally the face of the Philippines for an entire generation of people. I can't name the last great Filipino person. I know where Manny Pacquiao is from. And now forever in my brain, it's going to be Manny Pacquiao, slight bigot, really good boxer. Not the order it should go in. And really, there shouldn't even be one under great boxer. It should just be great boxer. There shouldn't be a bigot one. But he wanted to type stupid shit up on the internet. So now we're having this conversation and I'm losing all this great oxygen around me because of it. And it's really pissing me off. This is the last word on it. He did something dumb. You're not allowed to say that anymore. You can think it all you want. You don't get to say it. It's that simple. Speaking of international athletics, Tuesday, the 23rd of February, is the 36th anniversary of the Miracle on Ice. College-age hockey players beat the Great Red Machine that was the USSR hockey team on the 1980 Lake Placid Winter Olympics. The Soviets had won the gold medal for 20 straight years in hockey and would beat teams 7-1, 6-0. It would be absolute blowouts. And they're professional hockey players. They trained all year round in the USSR to absolutely destroy people in hockey. And they faced a young American squad. Just college players, 19, 20, 21 years old. People like me. Well, not people like me. They're much more athletic and really good at hockey and like extremely in shape. I am neither of those three. But they were my age. So I'm going to go from there. And the best part about this is the Americans beat them. Smack dab in the middle of the Cold War, the Americans beat the Russians at their own game. The 1980 Miracle on Ice is one of the most iconic moments in the history of really America, nevertheless American sports. If a single athletic event captured the American spirit, it is without a doubt the Miracle on Ice. The Miracle on Ice gets its name from the announcer of the game, Al Michaels, who didn't really have a whole lot of experience doing hockey games. But it was the Olympics and he was there, so he decided he'd announce the game. With the time ticking down, the American victory almost sealed, he made one of, if not the most memorable sports calls in the history of athletics. He proclaimed, "Do you believe in miracles? Because this victory was quite really a miracle." College-age students being the perennial victors of hockey in the Olympics, it was incredible. So of course that begs the question, do I believe in miracles? I don't know. I guess my question back is, if I don't believe in miracles, do they still exist? It's a real question. Like Santa. Do I believe in miracles athletically? Sure, why not? Now, in terms of real world miracles, like people not saying stupid stuff over the internet, no, I don't believe in miracles like that. Because like I said at the beginning of the video, once the law of averages kicks in, there's always going to be some stupid people walking around. What are your thoughts on me coming back for my second video? Do you like me? Still don't like me? Hate me more? Let me know in the comments. And I'm actually not going to have a sarcastic comment on that this time. If you don't like me, please let me know so I can get out of here. I mean, it's not really... Friendly word of advice. Don't say stupid stuff over the internet. I'm Mitchell. See y'all. I flicked off the camera. Don't put that in there.